Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're immersing ourselves in a conspiracy theory so elaborate, it honestly reads less like political commentary and more like the script for some massive, unproduced blockbuster movie.
It really does.
We are talking about Project Bluebeam, or PBB.
Right. And the core idea, the whole premise,
Mhm.
is that powerful groups, we're talking NASA, the UN, these so-called global elites, are secretly planning something huge.
Something huge is an understatement. They're planning to use advanced space-based technology to simulate supernatural events. I mean, everything from the return of religious figures
To a terrifying global alien invasion. Yeah.
and the purpose
Yeah.
to basically dismantle society as we know it and force humanity into accepting a totalitarian global government, what they call the New World Order.
Exactly.
So our mission in this deep dive is really crucial. We are not here to validate any of this.
And no.
Instead, we're treating Project Bluebeam as this fascinating sociological artifact. We're going to break down the complex four-stage logic of the theory itself.
And try to understand why this narrative just keeps holding on.
Yeah.
Why it has such powerful traction.
Right.
What the sources show us is it's a blueprint for complete global control. It's like a four-act play.
A four-act play. I like that.
Yeah, where the first two acts are all about destruction, tearing down what we know, and manufacturing this grand deception.
And the last two.
The final two acts are about enforcing compliance, both psychologically and politically.
Okay, let's unpack this blueprint then. Starting with that destructive setup. The first two stages are designed to be a kind of 1-2 punch aimed right at faith and history.
Right as the foundations.
We begin with stage 1, the breakdown of knowledge.
And this step it's deeply cynical.
It really is. It suggests that these global powers would use planted, evidence-fabricated archaeological discoveries
Fake stone tablets, fraudulent ruins, that kind of thing.
to actively disprove and dismantle the core beliefs of every single major world religion.
And the goal there isn't just to confuse people. It's to, eliminate the ideological anchors that hold cultures together.
Can you imagine? Waking up and the news is full of seemingly irrefutable proof that all the holy books were just fictions.
The social and spiritual chaos would be immediate. It would be catastrophic. The old beliefs just lose all credibility instantly.
And that just sets the stage for the real spectacle, which is stage 2. Giant celestial projections.
This is where the budget really kicks in.
Oh, yeah.
It's the grand visual deception. Proponents claim that using space-based tech satellites, lasers, all of it, the elites would project these massive photorealistic three-dimensional holograms onto the sky.
Simultaneously, across the entire globe.
Right. And these aren't just pretty light shows. The sources claim these projections would show, universally recognized religious figures.
Christ, Buddha, Krishna, Muhammad.
All of them, all appearing at once, speaking different languages, but delivering this single, unified, false message.
To confuse people, unify them, and then ultimately trick them into accepting some new manufactured messiah. It's a literal sky theater.
It is.
But wait, hold on. If they're projecting these giant 3D holograms, wouldn't anyone with a camera phone just immediately start looking for the seams? Wouldn't people expose the satellites? How does the theory account for modern skepticism?
That's where it gets clever, even if it's, logistically impossible.
Okay.
The proponents claim the projections would be so advanced, maybe using plasma fields or something, that they'd be indistinguishable from reality. But you hit the crucial point. The spectacle is designed to be both divine and terrifying.
So it's not just goods.
No. Stage 2 also includes staged alien invasion projections.
To instill maximum terror.
Exactly. The goal is to maximize confusion. Either you unify them under a false god, or you unify them under the fear of total annihilation.
What's fascinating here is that once the old structures are broken in stage 1 and the psychological chaos is maximized,
It's in stage 2, yeah.
the final two stages move away from this theatrical deception and more towards direct forced control.
It gets much more personal. This brings us to stage 3, electronic mind control.
This is, for me, the most unsettling part of the whole theory.
It's a huge technological leap. The sources allege the use of advanced VLF, ELF, and LF wave technology, systems that they believe can beam specific thoughts and emotions.
And even what would feel like divine communication.
Directly into people's minds, yeah.
So the deception moves from something you see outside to something you hear inside your own head.
Precisely. We go from seeing a fake prophet in the sky to hearing a divine voice in our own head. That's next-level manipulation.
Truly.
And look, While the idea of satellites beaming telepathic messages is, well, it's firmly in the realm of science fiction,
Right.
the fear it exploits is very real. It taps into actual military research, into directed energy and psych warfare. PBB just blows it up to a global scale.
So everyone hears the same manipulated message, thinks it's from God, and complies immediately.
That's the idea. Guaranteed psychological compliance.
And then the final act, the grand finale, is stage 4, the orchestrated alien invasion.
The ultimate crisis scenario.
So after you've dismantled religion and nudged people psychologically, the whole thing culminates in staging an alien attack or some other global cataclysm.
Something so severe, it creates instant universal panic.
And that panic has a very specific purpose, right? It's not just about fear.
Not at all. It's about forced consensus. The theory dictates that this massive threat forces humanity to surrender all national sovereignty.
And accept a centralized global government just to survive.
Exactly. The New World Order isn't established by invasion, but by mass demand born out of sheer desperation.
It's a neat narrative loop. Stage 3 handles the internal individual compliance through mind control.
And Stage 4 handles the external political compliance by creating a crisis so big that a single authoritarian government seems like the only lifeboat.
It's the ultimate 1-2 punch for total power. So here's where it gets really interesting for me. Why does this theory, which relies on technology we just don't have, persist? Why hasn't it just faded away?
Because it's incredibly elastic. It adapts perfectly to modern news cycles. The sources point to a fascinating recent example.
Oh, the drone sightings.
Mysterious drone sightings, yeah. A few years ago over Colorado, Nebraska, Kansas.
Right.
There was no swift, official explanation for what these things were, and that created an information vacuum.
And Project Bluebeam rushed right in to fill it.
Immediately. For a certain segment of the public, it became the default explanation.
And what gives a theory like that oxygen is when people with massive platforms start talking about it.
Oh, absolutely. The source material notes that public figures like Roseanne Barr and, of course, Alex Jones quickly and publicly connected PBB